It's Lisa, for those of you that have don't know, okay, maybe seeing me for the first time. I'm coming on today. I've been kind of being moved to talk about this for a while now. I didn't really know how it was going to come out. Um, you know, I've been building a website that's about like just about done, just like kind of putting on the finishing touches, and then everybody will be able to order readings with me on there, as well as live readings. I'm also going to start offering those. And then another aspect of the reading that I'm going to take is kind of into like a coaching, even though like I really like hate that word, because but it doesn't really matter why, but being able to work with me one on one, it's honestly really where my passion is to give back, right? To help. I mean, I share a lot of information on this channel in regards to inner healing, inner child healing. I started my spiritual journey, I'd like to say like when I got sober, okay? Because I know that as a child, I was connected to my angels and very much aware that they were around me, and I was always like communicating with them as a child. And then just through a series of events, that communication stopped, although I'm not exactly sure that it stopped, because I still had this knowing within me. I started drinking when I was 12. I was a pass out, puke, and blackout drunk by the time I was 14. I was like into drugs. I've been through the whole ringer, rape and gang rape, and I've come out of a lot of circumstances, okay? But when I put down the drinking, and that was like my first becoming reacquainted with God. I really thought God had been done with me, was done with me at that moment in time when I got sober, and just over the years, I find just how untrue that is. My relationship with God has continued to grow and still grows to this day, even throughout this like spiritual, I call it a reawakening. People call it, it's known throughout the spiritual community as an awakening, but I call mine a reawakening. It just seems right, like, because um, at one time I knew that I was one with God and one with you and one with everybody, but I forgot, and I was reawakened to that through a whole other series of events, in my life. So, I've done a lot of work on myself, even in getting sober. And then through this reawakening triggered by, I mean, I've told my story on here before, so you guys can like just go look through um, my videos. It's under Lisa Says. The ones that are called Lisa Says, like, is really where I like share a little bit more personally, or even on my Instagram. Actually, in my description box, I even like write personal in there. But you know, so I I was like reawakened by meeting my twin flame, and um, I was really awakened to a lot of supernatural events, um, including uh, encounters with ET and my angels and guides. Um, just really realizing that, well, at first I didn't understand it. And I'm not even saying to you right now that I understand everything that's taken place over the last like 7 years of my life. Um, you know, when I met my twin, I was just kind of still in a haze of trying to bounce back from losing 6 of my closest friends within a 19-month period. And I'm talking like the people, like my foundation. They were my rocks. They were the people that I talked to every day. They were the only ones that I trusted, and the only ones that like really saw me at the time, like for who I was. Um, there's such an importance to be seen, and I had never felt seen before, and um, they were the people that kind of like nursed me back to health early in sobriety, and we had years of friendship. I think I was around 13 years sober when this all happened, and I'm coming up on 20 years now, and I don't say that to like brag. I don't say any part of my story to brag. I've really been pushed by God, my God, because my God doesn't have to be your God, is to share my experience, to share like as a means of hope that you can change your life. Because I'm not even saying that you have to quit drinking or drugging. I know that that's what started the big change for me, was to put down drugs and alcohol. And I was a big time, I mean, I drank and used drugs every single day, enormous amounts. I had friends that were, drug dealers, and I like there was an unlimited supply, whenever I was using. And so, you know, when I talk about coaching, it's like, or that I want to do this, it's more like I want to help people awaken to the God that's within them, because that's where I found God, was within myself, and there's some story, I'm not really sure where it comes from, but they say something, it's like about how uh God hid himself from man, or the secrets of the universe from man, and where did he hide it but within themselves, something around that. I don't know, like I'm not one that memorizes things, because I never want to think I know anything, and I always want to have a reason to open up books, at least that's what someone said to me, is not to memorize anything, so that I always have a reason to go look and open up books. Anyway, it started on the inside for me. And I'm not going to lie, like over the years, I've made numerous mistakes. But I don't even call them mistakes. I don't really believe in mistakes, because I feel like things happen so that you can learn and grow from them. And if you don't learn and grow from them, then they happen again. And I've seen that in my life as well. You know, the understanding of myself continues to go deeper. Uh, the balance that I found within, it's I'm so grateful for it, to understand that I no longer have to be a prisoner of what anybody else thinks of me or what I'm doing, is such freedom today. Um, I know I want to help people. That's the one thing that I know. I want to show everybody that they can change, and that it's like all within them. They don't need approval from anybody else except for yourself, Of course, like forming some sort of connection with a higher power, God, the universe, whomever you want to associate with. But then it's like, for me, it started with an understanding. I was learning over the years, I've been learning so much about myself and understanding like why I do the things I do. And um, quietly, not reacting. Sometimes because I didn't feel like I could. Sometimes I would overreact. And it's like over the years, I've learned how to balance all this out, understanding how it's like I had to react in a, or overreact to learn not to. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of things I did the hard way. And that's also why I share my story, because I'm hoping that in me sharing how I learned so many things the hard way, hopefully it helps you say, oh, you know what, like Lisa said that, so like let me just like switch this right now, you know, and so that you won't have to stay stuck as long as I have. Today, you know, I have an unbelievable life, and it may not be a life that everybody else wants, but it's a life that I've been working towards for a long time. Woo! Um, I've been the single mom that gets up at 5 a.m. and not comes home until like 8 or 8:30 and doesn't get to see her kids. And more than anything, I wanted to be there with my kids. I felt so guilty all the time for keeping them in daycare. And anyway, you know, today I get to work from home, and you know, we don't live in like a big fancy house or anything, but it's like perfect. It's like I get to work at home and be with my kids, and that's like the biggest deal to me, you know. I also am single and comfortable in my skin being single. Like I don't have anybody on speed dial, or I'm not texting anybody. I'm not looking through for validation from men to say like, or anybody. I'm not looking for validation from anybody, and that's another gift, you know. Um, my life has changed dramatically, and that's why I'm offering this. Yes, you can, we can do readings, and we can um you know, between you and your person, your love reading. And for me, the twin flame journey has been a route towards healing codependency within all my relationships, not just with the person I originally saw as my twin flame. You know, throughout my journey, I've recognized how anybody could be my twin flame, okay? Because it's like all my relationships, I believe, um, reflect some sort of aspect in me, okay? And of some part of growth that could take place, or it just gives me an opportunity to, and that growth can be like just learning how to give and receive. You know, it doesn't have to come because of some sort of traumatic event that happened, you know, or disruption between me and somebody else, you know. It's like there's been a lot of freedom gained, and I know that I lived trapped and under other people's thumb, you know, by like I was just this victim of, or I kept carried myself as a victim of um what other people thought of me. And today I don't have to live that way. And you know, through my understanding of myself, all the work that I've done, the books that I've read, the therapy that I've taken, and you know, I've done a lot of work, you know, a lot of healing, and I have a lot to give. And um, because I would love to help every single person in the world, like step back into their truth and remember who they are, in the aspect of that like they don't need validation from anybody else, you know. Um, and that's why I'm doing it, you know. Like we could do a reading, you know, a lot, just like of that pre-recorded reading that I do and give to you. A lot of messages come through, you know. Anything can happen in there. Like sometimes I'm like channeling, and um your crossed over loved ones, and whatever happens, the live uh, readings that I'm going to be doing are going to be, longer, about like 90 minutes, I believe is the time I decided. And, where we can go deeper and you can ask direct questions. And then um, the coaching, I haven't completely opened that up yet, but it's going to be a lot more one-on-one with me so that, not that working with me for a week or a month is going to instantly heal and mend all your insecurities, but but I do feel like I have a lot to offer to give you that jump start. I don't personally appreciate um, people talking down to me, and so part of my channel and why I share the way I do is because I truly believe that we are literally all in this together. I've just always felt that. It's like I'm nothing without you. And being that I've gone through as many different things as I have and have like gotten to the other sides of things and learned how to stand back up again, it's like I want to show other people how to do that. Maybe it won't take you 20 years, or maybe it won't take you 10 or however long it took me. So I just really wanted to make this video to talk about that and to let you guys know that that's what I'm going to be offering, until my website goes live. You can still just contact me via my email or my Instagram. All that information is in the description box. And yeah, anybody can change their life anytime that you decide. Like, that's really all it takes is a decision and then like the willingness and then action. Okay, so it's not just one thing, it's like getting ready. But sometimes it's like, a long time ago somebody said to me, are you ready to forget everything that you've been taught up until this point so that we can retrain your brain? And I agreed, at the time, not really understanding what she meant when she said that, but that's exactly what I had to do was retrain my brain into um, action rather than like the reactions that I was getting. I had to learn how a different response. And so that came with a lot of work, like, but I'm hoping that through my experience and sharing my experience, um, I can save you guys some of that time. And, but it's effort. It was a lot of effort, and that's what it takes. It's effort and willingness. I usually have a mustard seed that I wear around my neck. It's still in my bed because sometimes I forget to put it back on in the morning, but I wear this mustard seed because mustard seeds are super teeny tiny, and I wear it as a reminder that that's all the willingness that I need. And from that willingness, that much amount of willingness and faith, like, just things, like mountains can be moved. And I'm not saying that to like sell you anything. I'm saying that to you because that has been the reality of my life. And I'm crying because, on July 10th, that's when my anniversary is for me, not drinking. And when I first got sober, um, they have there's like this chip that you could pick up, as a marking of the day that you decide to quit drinking. And I didn't pick one up because I was just like, like, there's no way. There's no way in freaking hell I'm going to be able to not drink every day. And there's no way in hell I'm getting up every single day to pick up that chip so all these people can laugh at me for not being able to not drink for one day. Anyway, my life has dramatically changed 20 years later. I mean, it's just, it blows my mind. I'm so grateful. I know I'm not done because everything's been happening on the inside, and it's beginning to reflect on the outside, my change. And I feel like I'm just getting started, you know, and the best is yet to come. I know it. And I want to continue to grow with all of you because this channel has just added so much to my life and to my own growth. And yeah, we're all in this together. I love you. I look forward to hearing from you and working with you guys. And I hope that you have an amazing day. Bye.